Today, I'm sharing with you the top 4 traits that are essential to getting wealthy. Hi, guys. I am Katie Mild. Welcome to this week's Money Minute. Building a strong financial legacy requires time and a propensity for the long term. Frankly, it's really hard work, at least in the beginning, as you're really getting that train chugging along. So today, I'm going to share with you the top 4 traits, characteristic traits, that I believe every person needs to build their wealth and to hang with it for the long term. So the first one is one of my favorite words of all time, and that is grit. So synonyms for the word grit include courage, resolve, and resilience. Basically, grit means that you are doubling down, you have a strong, mindful, and purposeful spirit, and you get things done no matter what is happening. You dig in. Those with the gift of grit usually understand that there's a deeper meaning, there's a deeper purpose to whatever it is that they're after. So when an obstacle comes up, they're not easily swayed. They're going to figure it out one way or another. Those who are able to practice this repeatedly have the gift of grit. The second trait is discipline. So those with discipline really understand the joy in delayed gratification. They understand that a bit of sacrifice now pays off exponentially down the road. They understand that if they can just hold off for a little bit longer, often the answer is, it's not necessarily a no, it's a not yet. If I make these sacrifices now and lay some groundwork, I will so thank myself down the road. They truly find the joy and the purpose in staying the course. Which leads into my next one, humility. The third trait is humility. Those with humility recognize that even if they're doing really well for themselves, even if they are self-made, they still likely had a little bit of help along the way from someone somewhere. Very, very few people in this world are actually truly self-made. Support can come in a whole lot of different ways. It can come from family, from friends, from mentors, from advisors. And most people, even again if they are self-made, have had some type of help along the way. Whether that help comes in the form of resources, of guidance, of advice, of mentorship, of companionship, of fellowship, whatever that looks like, even when someone's doing great, they understand it takes a village. It always has and it will continue to. On top of that, those who have usually made it in the financial game and they practice humility, they are constantly seeking out opportunities to give back in some way, shape, or form because they knew that people helped them along the way on their journey, and now they're ready to be that role for someone else. And the fourth trait, essential trait that you need to get wealthy, is focus. Those with focus, they're not concerned with what other people think. They just don't have time. They aren't thinking about what others are thinking about them. They don't have time to compare. They don't have time to size up because they're so busy getting after their own goals that they just don't have time for games. They're focused on what they need to do and they're doing it and they're living joyfully as they do that. So grit, discipline, humility, and focus are the top 4 traits I absolutely think you need to get wealthy. But I'm going to go ahead and throw in a bonus one because I think that this one is actually incredibly essential as well. You need those 4, but you also need with that patience. And patience can be a tough one for a lot of people, including myself. If you have any type of driver in your personality, patience can be a struggle. But here's why patience is critical. Once you've created a plan, you have to stick with that plan, and you then have to give that plan time to take hold, to grow, and give it time to flourish and execute. That is patience. This one becomes critical in the world of investing. If you are seeking a get-rich-quick, it's not going to help. It's not going to help you. But if you are willing to do research, if you're willing to invest in things like index funds, if you're willing to play the long and slow game for the most part and practice patience, that is what will really work with you in time to build your wealth for the long term. So, grit, discipline, humility, focus, and patience. 5 traits that you absolutely need to consider and need to practice and get better at on your journey to wealth. So that is it. If you like the content I'm putting out, please ring the bell to subscribe and tell me in the comments below, do any of these 5 traits resonate with you? Do you find that you practice some of them better than others? Are there any that you're working on? Bonus, I'm working on patience all the time. Tell me in the comments below. And in the meantime, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys later.